As a young child, Madeline Moore of Lorena seemed to have it all. A loving family, friends, hobbies, and a bright personality to go with them. But behind the scenes, Madeline was in agony until this spring when she watched a jury send the man who'd been molesting her to prison. But for her father, waiting for that day was unbearable. Now, a rare glimpse into a father's rage.
I'm gonna record.
I haven't done anything to her. Get down on your knees right now.
He grabbed my butt and he would hug me and...
If he comes to the house illegally, I'm gonna kill him.
You know what I'm talking about? You don't touch a 14-year-old girl, you piece of...
And that's when I started kicking him in the face.
I'll kill you with my bare hands.
And then he started to touch my chest.
Stay down! I'm down. Stay I'm down. Don't hit me anymore.
And that piece of garbage came around the back door.
You're telling her she should kiss you? Are you... No, I did not say that. Deny it all you want. The cops are on their way right now.
And the word she said was, Sean's been touching Madeline. This is the kid I was gonna use to kill him.
Don't move until the cops get here and save you from me.
Growing up, now 16-year-old Madeline Moore seemed like a fun-loving free spirit who loved to play dress-up.
Maybe the world is blind.
Punky Brewster was a favorite escape. But on the inside, there was something else, something hideous she was hiding. How many times do you think there was an incident?
Hundreds. It was just every day, all day, constant.
She was a scared little girl.
When you look at the pictures now, you see the pain in Madeline's eyes.
With a terrible secret.
It's not who you expect it to be.
This man, Sean Foster, a neighbor they treated like family.
He was Uncle Sean to our kids. He came to Christmas, Thanksgiving, he went on vacation with us.
Wasn't it all who they thought? By age 9, that seemingly loving adopted uncle,
Really manipulative.
was preying on Madeline.
Around age 12 or 13, he started kissing me and opening shower curtains and buying me rings and like fancy dresses and giving me $20 bills every time he dropped me off at home. I guess I didn't know how to approach my parents about it.
Then one terrifying June day, young Madeline knew she had to tell. Her safety and maybe her life depended on it.
He goes, tomorrow you should try drugs with me. And then he goes, yeah, after we do that, we're gonna have sex. And I was just like, oh my God, he's gonna drug me and then rape me.
After 5 long and horrific years of sexual abuse,
You feel dirty and ashamed like you did something wrong.
14-year-old Madeline broke her silence. Years of anguish pouring out in one sentence.
Mom, Sean kisses me and he touches me inappropriately.
Her father, Brandon, a Marine, couldn't wait another second for justice.
The plan that I had was to go catch him in his sleep and incapacitate him with this. I couldn't sleep all night long. I was up all night.
The pain was too much. We found out Brandon had a haunting secret of his own. More on that in a moment. But first,
I took Madeline's iPhone. I said, I'm gonna text Sean from your phone.
because the logical conclusion was, to you,
Oh, I'd kill him.
so pretending to be Madeline, who occasionally worked for Sean, Brandon laid a trap.
I guess I can work today. I'm going to take a shower.
I'll be out in 15 minutes. I waited in my son's room. I heard a door slam. He knocked once on the bathroom door and said, Maddie, I thought you showered last night. And he whipped the curtain back. And when he whipped it back, all he saw was this empty shower with the shower on.
Brandon pounced as the cell phone in his pocket recorded every detail.
Don't move until the cops get here and save you from me.
Are you relieved about how this case turned out?
I am, because a volatile situation like this could have gone so many different directions. Let the investigation take its course.
Almost 2 years after Madeline blew the whistle on Sean, justice was finally served.
There were 6 counts. Guilty, 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 and guilty. It was 6 favorite words I've ever heard.
But for the Moores, the road to healing has grown even longer. we told you Madeline's father had his own haunting secret. You had been down this road yourself. I mean, unbeknownst to anybody else.
Yeah, I'd been abused by another person when I was younger, and from about the age of 6 off and on till the age of 12. And I had never told anybody.
Inspired by his daughter's strength, Brandon finally shared that dark secret with his family. Just like his daughter, words he never thought he'd speak.
When I think about that, what happened to me, and then what happened to Madeline, I can understand.
As Madeline and her dad make peace with the past together, she is sharing her years of suffering so other victims don't suffer in silence.
I don't know how I held it in for that long. And I think it's because I just convinced myself that nothing's wrong. I was always waiting for a sign. If you're watching this, this is your sign. You owe it to yourself to tell someone.
Fortunately, Madeline's younger sister and brother were not victims of Sean Foster. Meantime, Madeline wants to help other victims by speaking at schools and other public speaking events. As for Foster, a jury has sentenced him to 55 years in prison. Brandon Moore did not face charges for beating him.